NorCal. 209 King of Comedy. It's Rick without the K. James presents In My Opinion Podcast.
All right, you guys, we are back with another episode of In My Opinion Podcast. I'll be hosting this thing. Had you guys on a past episode.
True that.
We did a hip-hop edition, and that's what led to this episode. Is we were done with that edition, and we were like, man, we got to come back. We got to do this shit with R&B.
Because the numbers were through the roof. I think you had like 88 views on that hip hop edition one. Brand new record for this podcast.
Yeah. 88 views, but that was 8 different clips and shit.
There you go.
More retempered.
Yeah.
I watched it 48 times myself,
Hey,
so
man, honestly, I like the episode. So
I love the episode. I loved it.
again, for me, it's creating the content.
Absolutely.
And when
Yeah.
people catch on, they're going to look back.
Absolutely.
And they're going to be like, fuck, this shit's fire.
Yeah, real
So
spill.
for me, that's what it's about. It's about creating the content. Which led me to the question that I didn't send either one of you because I thought of it last night while
Okay.
I was washing my balls. And I thought about the question that I always ask people, can you separate the art from the artist? And I say that because I think it applies more so with R&B
Right.
than it does with hip-hop. For some reason, you can be a grimy-ass dude in hip-hop
Right.
and still sell records. But the
Yeah.
moment you might be considered a pedophile, i.e. R. Kelly,
I believe I could fly.
In the closet.
Yeah.
you can't. So I want to know on that point, why do you guys think that it's more so a truth for R&B artists than it is for anybody else? And can you separate the art from the artist? I'm going to go to you first this time. And can you still rock some R. Kelly? Because even the people that say they can't,
Yeah.
as soon as an R. Kelly fucking joint comes on, my mind's telling me
Absolutely.
they're singing the fucking lyrics. So don't
Right.
give me that bullshit.
It's really hard for me because my generation, I'm a tad bit older than you guys.
Yeah.
And my generation seriously grew up with R. Kelly. From the very beginning when he was with his group to when he went solo and went and did all of his stuff in the closet.
Right.
I mean, I was listening to Ludacris, and he's actually got a song where he says, I love R. Kelly, but I won't let you near my daughters.
Of course. Yeah.
So what does that mean? Does Ludacris still listen to him and still bump him? I mean, it's kind of hard. He's got tracks out there that all of us grew up to and lived to and loved.
Yeah.
If
So
you
how
put
do you
Step in the
just
Name
cut
of
them
Love
off?
on, I'll stop my
yes.
car, pull over and dance.
Just to dance. Just to
Yeah.
dance, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, I don't have any problem listening to R. Kelly whatsoever, man. I for me, I can easily separate the art from the artist, especially when the art that they offered, the art that they provided was the soundtrack of my life. Listen, I'm not bumping R. Kelly in 2021 because I fucking love R. Kelly, the man.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about him as a person. I'm bumping R. Kelly in 2021 because that's the soundtrack to my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you're an artist, once you put your art out there into the ether, it doesn't belong to you anymore. So it belongs to the people that pick it up and the people that, have a reason to enjoy it. R. Kelly, Bump and Grind, I Believe I Could Fly, all those songs, regardless of what he did in his personal life, those songs were the soundtrack of my life. Yeah. That's why I like them. You know what I mean? So, in terms of people that say that they can't listen to the artist because of what they, their art, because of what the person did, look, man, that's your opinion. I mean, if you really have that type of, if that's the way that you think, then at least be consistent and start, stop listening to a lot of artists. There's a lot of artists out there who have shitty track records as individuals. If you have that type of time, and if you have that type of energy to pick and choose every single artist based off of their character, I mean, God bless you. I got shit to do. I'm not going to live my life.
You're not going to be listening to much.
Exactly. All these motherfuckers are pieces of shit. You know what I mean?
They're good artists, but
Elvis was fucking 14-year-old girls. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But we look at Elvis like he's the king of rock and roll, and
Legal and Mississippi. Mississippi.
You know, so it's like, so as far as I'm concerned, you know, I'm bumping R. Kelly to the day I die because I was listening to, you know, Bump and Grind when I was a youngster trying to figure out how to fuck people. You know what I mean? So it's like, so that's significant to me. Was he pissing on little girls' faces? Yeah, we know that. We know that already.
We knew that back then.
But I'm not gonna go back and be like, oh, Rudy, what have you done? I'm not gonna stand in the mirror and be like, what have you done? What type of person are you, Rudy? You're still listening? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm still listening to Bump and Grind. I love that shit. Matter of fact, I'm playing that shit in the car on the way home. You've inspired me. You've inspired me. Yeah, so to answer your question, I have no problem. But to the other question though, why is it that rappers don't get you? Well, honestly, I'm sure there are some rappers out there that have done some pedophile type shit.
SPM.
And he's in jail. They put that motherfucker in jail for 45 years. So, you know, it does happen to rappers. It's just that I think that maybe the rap community kind of already looks at their artist as sleazeballs, you know, criminals and shit like that. Like you kind of, for some reason, rap wants that. Like we've pushed this narrative that you got to be a low life almost, or do low life type things to be like a real rapper, which I don't believe or agree with whatsoever. But that's the narrative that's been pushed on us. So I think to answer your question, there's already like a negative, you know, a negative twist that we have on rappers right out the gate. You know what I mean? But as far as I know, other than SPM, like I don't know any big time rappers that were pedophiles or fucking with, you know, pissing on little girls' faces and shit. You know, like I can't think of any other one that did some shit that like what R. Kelly did.
They just left their kids in the dust.
Yeah, they left their kids, and that happens all the time. That happens all the time. If motherfuckers went to jail for doing that, there'd be no men out in the streets. The population would be cut by 40%, you know? So yeah, I'm definitely bumping R. Kelly to this day and to the day I die. I love the music and I really don't give a fuck what he did in his personal life. If motherfuckers knew what I did in my personal life, I would not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've heard.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's got some fucked up shit in their personal life. And if you have the time and the energy to go back and edit all your shit that you enjoy because of that, good luck.
Understand though too is not only maybe you were a horrible human being before you became an artist, and then you got money thrown at you, and you got other things that let you live that life and do what the fuck you wanted to do. Because I'm a crazy motherfucker now. I couldn't imagine myself being famous. Let this comedy shit pop off, bro.
Because money just
be like, why does Rick always go into Thailand every 3 months?
Right, exactly, yeah, exactly. Because money doesn't change you; it just amplifies what you already are. If you're a generous ass person, when you were broke, when you have money, you're gonna be the most generous motherfucker ever. If you're a piece of shit that don't give a fuck about nobody's well being, when you were broke, guess what? When you get rich, you're gonna be the same motherfucker but with money. You know what I mean? So it's like it doesn't change you; it just amplifies what you already are. So if R. Kelly was fucking with little girls before, you know, he was rich and famous, well, shit, the money just made it easier for him now.
Like Tiger Woods.
Yeah. He was. I mean, Tiger Woods probably. See, Tiger Woods doesn't. According to the documentaries that we've watched, he didn't have no game when he was a youngster. He couldn't get no pussy. He couldn't buy some pussy when he was a youngster. So that mentality, that attitude, that way of thinking was simply amplified when he became rich. Now he's having pussy thrown at him, but that youngster who had no game whatsoever, didn't know how to get a girl, now he's got women throwing their pussies at him, and he still has that mentality where he doesn't know how to manage it. That's why he fucked up.
Yeah.
Is you hope that Tiger Woods comes out with a song soon.
Now, no, what I'm saying is that what Tiger Woods should have done, Tiger Woods should have came out that day when they put his ass on the podium 10 years ago or whatever, when he apologized, he should have been like, hey, y'all, check this out, man. You know, I just like to fuck hella women because when I was young, I didn't have no game. I couldn't get no girls. Now I got all this pussy being thrown at me. I want to fuck a lot of women, and I just mismanaged it. I'm sorry, but that's who I am. I would have applauded. I would have tipped my cap. Like, that's a truth teller right there. That's somebody being honest.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't want to get into sports because that's not what this is about. But
Right.
I totally agree with that. Like, I think they should have just left him alone.
Yeah,
How many guys are out there? How many rappers are out there fucking all these hoes?
Of course.
You know?
That's the name of their title track. It's fucking hoes. You know what I mean?
And the girls just throw themselves at them.
Yeah.
So why not? Why not take it?
Yeah, they are. Just don't, you know, if you don't know how to manage all these different girls, if you don't have any real game, if you don't have the charisma to deal with multiple women, when you're broke, guess what? When you're rich, that shit ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
You're probably just gonna end up getting in trouble because you're gonna mismanage all these women, and that's what happened to Tiger Woods.
Boy, Charlie Murphy, my main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Please
please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.